Are you taking a daily pill and nobody ever told you it could quietly weaken your erections? Picture this. The room is dark. Your partner is close. You want to show up, but your body doesn't answer the way it used to. So you get quiet. You pull back. You pretend you're tired. And later, you blame age. I'm Dr. Twala BACSIT na Dr. Claire Monroe, men over 50, Kohan 15 nam kin niam jup dan ong tren 50 tuoi kai tien suc kotin duk mot catch tunin, and tone today. You're going to learn something most men never get told. Sometimes your erectile problems are not you. Sometimes it's the medication you take every morning. And the good news is this. When the cause is a medication side effect, there is often a safe way to work around it with your doctor. Now here's the first question you need to ask yourself. When did this start? Was it slow over years, or did it show up after a new prescription? That detail changes everything. Let's talk like adults, quietly and honestly. If you're over 50, you probably take at least one daily medication. Blood pressure, mood, sleep, pain, allergies, prostate or hair. And you are told the big risks, but you are not told the personal cost, because many doctors focus on the main problem the pill is meant to treat, and they skip the side effects that feel awkward to discuss. Here's what makes this so confusing for you. Erections are not a switch. They're a full body event. They depend on blood flow, nerve signals, hormone balance, breathing, sleep, and a calm brain. So a medication does not have to attack erections directly. It can simply push one part of that system off course. And over weeks or months, you feel it. Less firmness, less drive, less confidence, more pressure, more worry, and that worry becomes its own trap. Let me ask you something that might sting a little. Have you ever avoided touching your partner? Not because you don't love her, but because you're scared your body will not cooperate? Have you ever picked a fight or stayed up late or stared at your phone just to avoid the moment? That's not weakness. That's shame trying to protect you. But it hurts your relationship. And it hurts you. A patient of mine, David, age 63, told me this in a whisper. I still want my wife. I still love her. I just don't want to fail again. He said one bad night turned into 6 months of distance. 6 months of I'm tired. 6 months of her thinking it was her fault. And the whole time, nobody had asked one simple question. Did anything change in your meds around the time this started? When David finally brought a full list of what he took every day, the pattern was clear. A new medication had started, and within weeks, his erections changed. Not overnight, not dramatic, just less. And that less became fear. Now let me be skeptical for your sake. Because you might be thinking, okay, doc, but how do I know it's the pill and not my age? Fair question. Here's a clue most men miss. Medication side effects often show up in a timeline. Start a new pill a few weeks later, morning firmness drops. Dose goes up, things get worse. A second pill gets added, confidence drops again. That is not just getting older. That is a pattern. And you deserve to see the pattern clearly. Because the moment you see it, you stop blaming yourself. And you start fixing the real cause. If any part of this feels uncomfortably familiar, type 1 in the comments so you quietly admit to yourself that this is something you want to change. Now, let's make this simple. Think of erectile function like 3 parts working together, a signal, a pipe, and a power supply. First, your brain sends the signal. That's the electrical message down the nerves. Second, your blood vessels open. That's the pipe filling. Third, hormones and energy support the whole process. That's the power supply that keeps things steady. Here's the problem. Many common medications can disrupt one of these parts. Some make the brain signal weaker or slower. Some tighten the blood vessels. Some lower the body's drive and energy over time. Some make you sleepy and dull. Some raise stress chemicals in the body. And when those changes happen daily, for months, your system gets pushed into the wrong direction. Let's use a picture you can feel. Imagine a garden hose. If the hose is open and smooth, water flows strong. But if the hose is pinched a little, the water still comes out, just weak. That's blood flow. Now imagine the light switch in the house is loose. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it flickers. That's the nerve signal. Now imagine the battery in your remote is low. You press the button, but it feels delayed. That's hormones, sleep, and energy. So you can see how this happens. A medication does not have to break your body. It can simply pinch the hose, or dim the signal, or drain the battery, and you feel it as performance issues. Here's the part most men never hear. If daily habits can push blood flow, nerves, and hormones in the wrong direction, daily habits can also gently pull them back in the right direction. That's where the next steps matter, because the goal is not to panic. The goal is to take control calmly. Starting tonight, now you're going to learn the 5 most common medication groups that can affect erectile function and what you can do safely without risking your health. No fear, no shame, no quitting pills on your own. Just a smart plan. And yes, this is fixable for many men. Here are the 5 groups. Mood medications that change brain chemistry, blood pressure medications that affect blood flow, and energy strong pain medications that can lower hormone signals. Allergy and sleep aid medications that dull nerve response, hormone-blocking medications used for hair or prostate concerns. Now let's break this down into habits you can actually do. Not someday. Tonight. Habit 1. The medication timeline test, 10 minutes, 1 page. This sounds boring. It is not, because it gives you the truth. Here's what you do. Write down every pill you take. Prescription. Over-the-counter. Sleep aids. Allergy pills. Anything you take most days. Next to each one, write when you started it. Any dose change. Any time you added a second pill. Then write your erectile timeline. When did morning firmness change? When did desire drop? When did anxiety increase? When did intimacy become something you avoided? Now match them. You're looking for a start point. This is the fastest way to spot medication-linked change. And it gives your doctor something useful. Not guesswork. A patient of mine, Ray, age 59, did this and realized something shocking. His erectile issues started about a month after a medication change for blood pressure. He had blamed stress, but the timeline told the truth. That 1 page changed his whole plan. Do you know your start point? Or have you been living in fog? Habit 2, the ask this, not that doctor visit. Many men make this mistake. They go to the doctor and say, "Doc, I have ED." And the visit becomes awkward and rushed. Or the doctor assumes it's age. Or the doctor focuses on one quick option. You want a different conversation. You want a medication review. So here is the sentence that changes the room. I want to review my full medication list because my erectile function changed, and I want to know which meds might be contributing and what safer alternatives exist. That sentence is calm, clear, and medical. Now here's what not to do. Do not stop your medication alone. Do not skip doses to test it. That can be dangerous, especially with blood pressure pills and mood pills. You want your doctor as a partner, not an enemy. And you want a plan that protects your heart, your mood, and your intimacy. If your doctor had 5 extra minutes, which one pill would you ask about first? Habit 3. The blood flow walk after dinner, 12 minutes. This is not about getting ripped. This is about opening the pipes. Many medications can reduce blood flow or reduce energy, and less movement makes it worse. A short walk after dinner is one of the safest ways to help your blood vessels behave better. Here's how to do it. After dinner, walk at a pace where you can still talk. Not fast, not breathless, just steady, for 10 to 15 minutes. Why does this matter? Because your blood vessels respond to gentle movement. They open more easily. Your stress chemicals lower. Your sleep improves. And when sleep improves, erections often improve too. This is not magic. It's basic body rhythm. A patient, Carlos, age 67, was taking medications for blood pressure and sleep. He felt tired all the time. He thought exercise was too much. He started the 12-minute walk. Within 2 weeks, he told me, "My mornings feel more normal again." Not perfect, but better. And better is how you rebuild confidence. Microhook. What if your fix is not in the bedroom, but on the sidewalk after dinner? Habit 4. The calm down routine before intimacy, no pressure, 3 steps. This habit is for your nervous system. Because medication side effects often mix with anxiety. And anxiety is like pulling the emergency brake. Even if blood flow is okay, your brain can block the signal. So you need a routine that tells your body you are safe. Here are the 3 steps. Step 1, 2 minutes of slow breathing. In through the nose, out longer than in. Keep it simple. Step 2, remove the goal. Do not make intimacy a test. Make it connection. Step 3, use a soft start. Touch, talk, warmth, no rushing. This is not therapy talk. This is nervous system science. When your body feels safe, signals travel better. When signals travel better, erections improve. And when you remove pressure, confidence comes back. A patient, Tom, age 61, told me this was the biggest change. Not a pill switch. Not a supplement. This. He said, I stopped treating it like a pass/fail exam. And that lowered his fear, which helped his function. Are you trying to force your body, or are you letting it feel safe enough to respond? Habit 5. The sleep and sedation check. Stop stacking sleepy meds. This one surprises men, because it's not always the big medications. Sometimes it's the quiet ones, allergy pills, nighttime cold meds, over-the-counter sleep aids. Some of these can make you drowsy and slow, and they can dull nerve signals. They can also dry you out and change circulation. If you take more than one sleepy product, your system can feel muted. So here's what you do. Look at what you take at night. If you take anything for sleep plus anything for allergies plus anything for pain, that is a stack. And stacks matter. This does not mean you stop things alone. It means you bring it to your doctor or pharmacist and ask, is any of this sedating? Is this combination affecting sexual function and energy? Because sometimes the fix is not a new thing. Sometimes it's removing an unnecessary stack. A patient, Ben, age 64, was taking a nighttime sleep aid and a daily allergy pill. He thought nothing of it. After a safer plan for his sleep and allergies was chosen with his clinician, he told me, I feel awake again, and my body acts awake again. Are you taking something to sleep that quietly steals the very thing you want to feel alive? Now let's connect this back to the 5 medication groups without getting lost in names. If you take mood medications and desire dropped, it might be brain chemistry. If you take blood pressure medication and firmness dropped, it might be blood flow or fatigue. If you take strong pain medication and drive vanished, it might be hormone signaling. If you take allergy or sleep products and sensation feels dull, it might be sedation and nerve response. If you take hormone-blocking medication for hair or prostate concerns and libido changed, it might be hormone pathways. None of this means you quit. It means you review. You adjust. You protect your health and your intimacy at the same time. And yes, many men improve when the plan becomes smarter. Before we move on, choose just one habit you'll start tonight. Type the number of the habit in the comments. One clear action is always better than 10 good intentions. Now let's bring it home. You just learned a calmer way to think about erectile problems. Not as a personal failure. Not as you're broken. But as a system that can be pushed off track and guided back. You saw 5 common medication groups that can affect erections. You learned that erectile function depends on blood flow, nerve signals, hormone support, sleep, and a calm brain. And you now have real actions, a 1-page timeline, a better doctor conversation, a short blood flow walk, a calm-down routine that removes pressure, a sleep and sedation check to stop stacking sleepy products. Here's the truth I want you to hold on to. This does not have to be the end of your confidence. You are not less of a man because your body needs a better plan. Most men over 50 were never taught how this system works, so they suffer in silence. You do not have to. Small changes done consistently can rebuild a lot. Even if the first step feels uncomfortable, even if you've been avoiding the topic for years, you can still start tonight. If you want more calm, honest guidance like this for men over 50, subscribe to this channel. Share this with a friend who might be carrying the same worry in silence. And watch the next video on the 1 daily habit that improves blood flow and morning confidence without pills. You might be thinking one of these questions right now. So let's answer them clearly, fast, and honestly, because confusion is what keeps you stuck, and clarity is what gets you moving again. Q1. How do I know for sure it's my medication? You don't guess. You look for a pattern. Ask yourself, did your erectile function change within 2 to 12 weeks after starting a new pill? Did it change after a dose increase? Did it get worse when a second medication was added? That timeline matters more than any opinion. Bring that timeline to your doctor. It turns a vague complaint into a medical clue. And that is how real solutions happen. Q2, should I stop the pill for a few days to test it? No, not on your own. Some pills can cause rebound symptoms. Some can cause withdrawal. Some can raise your risk in a dangerous way. You don't test your heart, mood, or blood pressure like that. You review it with your doctor and adjust safely. That's not fear. That's wisdom. Q3, my doctor never warned me. Is that normal? It happens a lot. Some doctors rush. Some assume you won't ask. Some worry you'll stop the medication. But your intimate health is still real health. You are allowed to bring it up. A good doctor won't shame you. A good doctor will help you problem solve. Q4, what if my partner thinks I'm not attracted anymore? This is where most damage happens. Not from ED itself. From silence. Say one simple sentence. This is not about you. I still want closeness. I'm working on a health issue. That one sentence protects the relationship. And it reduces pressure. And when pressure drops, signals travel better. Q5, what if I'm already older? Is improvement still possible? Yes. Age changes the speed of your system. It does not delete your system. Blood flow can improve. Sleep can improve. Nerve response can improve. Confidence can rebuild. But it happens with consistency, not panic. Now I want to leave you with something practical. A simple checklist you can use this week. Not a perfect plan. A real plan. The 7-day medication plus confidence reset checklist day 1. Write your full list. Every prescription. Every over-the-counter pill. Every sleep product. Every allergy product. Day 2. Build the timeline. Write the month you started each medication. Write the month your erectile problems began. Circle anything that overlaps. Day 3. Start the 12-minute after-dinner walk. Not a workout. A signal to your blood vessels. Open. Day 4. Fix one sleep stack. If you take multiple sedating products, don't guess. Ask a pharmacist or doctor which of these can affect erections or energy. Day 5. Practice the calm down routine once. 2 minutes slow breathing. Remove the goal. Connection first. Day 6. Book the medication review. Say this directly, I want to review my medications because my erectile function changed. Day 7. Tell your partner the truth calmly. This is health, not rejection. I'm handling it. And here's the final point I want you to remember. You don't need a miracle. You need a clean, honest process. Erectile problems often improve when the real cause gets identified. And medication side effects are one of the most fixable causes when you face them directly. You are not weak for having this problem. You are strong for handling it. And if you stay consistent, the confidence you miss can return. This video is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. Always talk to your own doctor or urologist before changing any medication or health plan.